everybody. Welcome in all my new and returning stars today. So what I want to do today is something a little bit different. I'd like to do and explore some shadow work. Now that's something that I feel everybody should do. And I just want to say and introduce myself. I always forget to do that. I'm Lily, and this is my channel that's new, Lily of the Stars. I actually did make a sign that actually says it so you know what you're watching. So anyway, I did draw some cards on some shadow work specifically. So the first card that I got is self-doubt. And it says, in shadows deep, fears and doubt creep. A specter haunting where courage sleeps. Pretty cool. Okay. So then we also have people pleasing. I wonder how much of myself I've lost in others. The pieces that remain, no one can notice. And the third card I picked is fear of failure. The fall keeps repeating on my head, the external obstacle between me and the next step. And the last card that came out is avoidance. In the dance of shadows, I conceal and evade. Fear's veil keeps me distant in the dark's cool shade. Okay. So just to give you more of an explanation of what I want to do, I actually wrote it down. So we're going to explore what is clinging to you that smothers and undermines your soul. Shadow work and delving deep into your soul is necessary to rid yourself of fears, doubts, blockages, and obstacles. So we're going to take a look deeper into this and figure out ways that you can stop them. So I'm pretty excited about this. All right, so as always, we'll get some tarot down on these cards so we can try to figure out how we can maneuver around all these self-doubts and blockages and obstacles and fears. All right, so I did already shuffle the deck, but I'm going to shuffle it again. I hope everyone is doing awesome out there and having a good day. Okay, so I'm just going to split the deck. All right. So we're going to take a look at self-doubt first. So typically when you have self-doubts, typically the person is lacking courage. I know, when I have self-doubts, it could really like cling on to you, and it just messes with your head. So let's figure out how we can deal with it. Okay. All right. Some of these cards are in reverse. I am going to read reversals today. Okay. All right. So for self-doubt, let me see what's at the bottom of the deck. For the overall energy for today is the Moon card. So this talks about illusions, confusion, mysteries about your feelings, what's going on in your life. So this is actually a pretty good card for the overall energy for today, because it does involve shadow work. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at what came out. So we have the, I hope the glare isn't going to be too much. This is the Ace of Cups in reverse. So the Ace of Cups typically talks about receiving a cup of love and new beginnings and taking advantage of the opportunity to start anew. But in reverse, it's pretty much the opposite of that. So you're not really going to be getting a new beginning involving the self-doubt. Yeah, we'll delve a little bit deeper. Let's see what else we have. So we have also the Four of Swords. So this speaks on actually taking a pause, taking a break. Perhaps you're feeling overwhelmed. Okay. And the third card for self-doubt that came out is the Seven of Swords in reverse. So typically when it's upright, it indicates lies and deceit. So in reverse, it does kind of connotate or mean the same thing, but it brings more clarity and truth. So, okay, well, that's definitely a good thing. Because, as I was saying, you definitely need courage to pull yourself up out of this energy that you're feeling. Okay, so let's move on to the next card, which is people pleasing. As with all of these shadow work topics, I mean, I'm guilty of all of this. I mean, it's hard. Sometimes, like, for example, I consider myself a really nice person, and I want to, like, for example, help someone if someone asks for help. You know, I could possibly have plans already, so I may switch the plans around and see if I can help this person. But what I'm doing is actually detrimental to me and to the other person, because you're losing like a part of yourself when you people please. All right, let's see what the tarot has to say. Okay, we got Judgment, the Tower in reverse, and the Eight of Cups. Okay, so with Judgment, this is interesting because it's like a rude awakening. And so with the angel kind of like heralding out of this card, it's like a judgment needs to be made. In other words, a decision needs to be made. So when you people please, you have to make that judgment call. Like, do you really, want to get stuck doing that? Because every time you do it, like I said, it's like you lose a piece of yourself. All right, so now we do have the Tower in reverse. This one, it also kind of has a similar meaning. There's still like a really big sudden like change or upheaval. So when you people please, it does cause this sudden change within yourself and even towards the other person, even though they don't know it. Okay. And then, so the third card for people pleasing is the Eight of Cups. So this talks about walking away from something that isn't good for you, basically. It doesn't serve you any longer. So this is definitely good advice right here. Okay. So for the third card, we have the fear of failure. Hopefully you're not getting a glare from the light. Okay. So I'm going to get some tarot for that. Yeah, I mean, shadow work I feel is really important to do, and kind of exploring like the depths of your soul and what isn't always easy to like actually take a look at and explore it really, and find out like why we're doing the things we're doing. Okay. Okay. So we got a couple of reversals here as well. So we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. I don't know, hopefully you can see that. Okay, so the Queen of Wands in reverse is a real bee. She's extremely controlling, mean, just not a nice person at all. Because normally she's very sociable and charismatic, but not when she's in reverse. And so with this fear of failure, it reflects this with the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay. So next we have upright, the Knight of Wands. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so with the Knight of Wands, this is a very temporary knight. He flies by the seat of his pants. Typically, he's known for like trying to hook up and makes himself very scarce afterwards. So that's why I kind of say, flies by the seat of his pants. So, and then we have the Four of Cups in reverse. Typically, this talks about not seeing something or a missed opportunity. So it being in reverse is actually a positive thing. So you're actually taking advantage of the opportunity to get out of this fear of failure and actually taking a risk. I'm not sure if you guys actually saw the video that I did make of risk and how risk is just part of life. So, okay. All right, so the next card is avoidance. So basically with this card, you can't let fear like take over. I know it's like easier said than done, because I mean, like with all of these emotions and thoughts, I've experienced them. Okay. Wow. Okay. So the first card we got is the Two of Pentacles. So this talks about actually balancing things out. You may be juggling a few things at this time. You might be feeling overwhelmed. Okay, and the next card that came out is actually the Five of Swords. So this is a card of conflict. And it's interesting because it is explaining the avoidance card. So in this regard, you could be definitely trying to avoid conflicts at any cost at this time, which is great. Okay. Because who wants conflict, right? And then we have the Ten of Swords. So whenever I see this card, it's like a pincushion of adversaries. Like just at the person, you know, just doing damage to the person's soul, really. So this does, you know, of course, have that negative connotation, but on the flip side, it's also a positive card, because you can get past this. It's not like you're not stuck. And it's not in stone. So, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so I would like to get a couple of oracle cards. I'm not going to make the reading too long today. But let's just see what comes out. So, as I said earlier on, so today I am focusing on shadow work and kind of like how we as humans kind of cling to these feelings, these obstacles, fears, and things like that. Okay. All right, awesome. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Okay. All right, so this is wonderful. So we have letting go. This is like the perfect card to get. Letting go of the fears and the blockages that we have in our soul, and just dig deep and just do our best to get rid of them, you know? Okay. And so we have the Warrior card. This reminds me of the Nine of Wands, the Wounded Warrior card. Because the person has been through so much but they're still standing, you know. They're still there, standing strong. All right, awesome. Okay, and the third one is Oath. So what I'm getting from this card is we can all take an oath to ourselves that we're not going to let fears and obstacles get in our way and freeze us into thinking, you know, we can't do something. Yeah. Okay. And so the fourth card is Rigid. We don't want to be rigid. You know, we have the flexibility and the wherewithal to not be rigid and stay stuck in the shadows, so to speak. All right, awesome. Okay, so just to end the reading, I'm just going to get a couple of other messages from the universe here, from Spirit. Okay, this is great. All right, so the message that came out is, this is from Messages of Cosmic Oracle cards. Guilt is a normal feeling. Just breathe in and let it go. I always actually tell my friends, you know, just to breathe. And you know, I think it's good, especially, you know, for example, if someone has anxiety, just to kind of breathe it in and breathe it out. So this is a good message. And second one is, you must forgive if you want to be free. Do it for yourself. Hopefully you can see that and take a screenshot or something. All right. And the last one is, stop looking outside yourself for the answers. You already know them. And here's the card. Take a screenshot of that too, if that helps you, you know, just to take a look at it like throughout the day, and or meditate on it. Sometimes that's what I do. I like to meditate and, you know, do breathing exercises even, and just breathe through, you know, if I'm having a tough day, or, you know, I'm having my own, you know, fears, for example, about something. So, all right, everybody. Well, that's what I have for today. So for now, I'm just going to say, hopefully you'll share and like my videos. If it didn't resonate completely with you, check out my other videos, and I'm sending you all my love. You guys can get through this. I know it's not easy, but I know you can do it. I'm working on it myself. It's a work in progress, you know, just like anything else. All right. Well, I will see you later, and take care and enjoy the rest of your day.